is up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
And we're coming to you live from a couple of places on the internet. Maybe you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Instagram. Maybe you're listening later on the podcast platform of your choice. If so, you can get ad-free versions of this podcast and all the podcasts we do at patreon.com/comicbookclub. And I'll mention once a month we pay tribute to our Patreon supporters.
Sure
$5 and up. We'll be doing that at the end of the show. So stay tuned for a list of names of thank yous at the end there. But before we get into it, Justin, you got a crazy staircase going on over you, huh? What's going on? And just to follow up, you got any clocks in that house or anything going on there? Just wondering about that.
Just the worst.
Really good. A little behind the scenes. This is just what we do here: is say things that don't make any sense. I'm in the Overlook Lodge from The Shining. And which character am I? Let's find out.
I'm gonna go old lady in a bathtub.
No, I'm going bartender.
Oh, bartender. Oh, that's a good guess.
Oh, sick! I'm a ghost. I'm a dead ghost.
Yeah.
They're all dead
I
ghosts.
wish.
That's the whole thing.
He
Like,
goes,
that's
I
no spoilers.
wish. You have a family. Don't wish for that.
Yeah, none of them. By
So
the way,
did
none of them are alive.
so did a lot of the
ghosts,
characters.
by the way.
Yeah.
Well, we
got a lot
firmly
of ghosts.
established that. That's all good. I'm glad we talked about that.
All work
but
and no play make Justin a dull boy.
It's true. So let's get to the play portion of the podcast with
Yeah.
two great guests that we have for you this evening. They are two of the guys behind the new book, The Smart Division, that is coming
Yes.
from Dark Horse tomorrow. It is coming out in stores tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it today. Ladies and gentlemen, Zack Kaplan and John J. Pearson. John, Zack, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Excited to have you guys here, Zach. Welcome back to talk
you.
about another book. This is part of your continuing deal with Dark Horse. You've got a whole slate of books going on with them. Do you have a label or anything? Do you have like the Zach Pack or anything like that?
No, Alex.
I need to design that. I need to brand it and all. No, I don't have anything like that yet. Give me some time. I'll work on that.
Well, let's talk about this book. This is a great book. We did have a chance to read it in advance. So there's a lot of twists and turns in it. To gesture at what's going on in the plot without spoiling anything, because I don't know how much you want to talk about, but it's about two investigators that team up because of a murder. They come from very different backgrounds. One of them is like sort of more the uptight investigator. The other is the loose, more cyber-friendly investigator. And somewhere in the background, there's something going on with a little bit of the old AI. What can you tell us other than that? Because again, I'm being vague because like part of the joy of the issue is discovering it as it goes.
We put out some stuff. There's a preview out previously. If with the first 10 pages or so that do a pretty good job of establishing the premise, and then it'll be out tomorrow. But yeah, it is what would happen if people started using AI to commit crimes. And this is a mystery detective thriller told with two FBI agents, as you said, very different styles, different characters, different points of view, facing this brand new threat that feels like it's 5 seconds in the future. And right now ChatGPT and these apps have guardrails, but what if they didn't? What if someone was got a version of that out there, and you could plan the perfect crime? And
Sorry, I just got an update that this is real now. That your book just happened.
Yes.
So tell us how it ends.
I came up with this idea 2-3 years ago, and it was far off, and now it's much less far off.
It's gone live.
And by the time the trade's out, this will be people have seen this on the news too many times to count. Yeah.
Did you have to change anything or feel it necessary to change anything as you were going along?
Yeah, I did have to adapt kind of the how we present AI. And I think that before it was done as something that maybe, I mean, from my own knowledge, it was kind of being developed by tech companies. And that's not the case anymore. Now it's being developed by everybody, from some guy in his basement to freelancers and coders all around the world. Everybody is working to further AI startups. So we definitely modified the story in that regard. And then I think something else that kind of injected into the story as we go is the absurdity. This is a very scary technology, but we've all dabbled with it and tried to talk to AI, and sometimes it's really dumb and it's really it's kind of absurdist, and so it's really kind of funny that there's this really powerful tool that is also not very smart at times. And so yeah, we definitely tried to keep it as modern and true to right now as possible.
John, I want to talk to you about the look of the book
Yes.
for a bit, because it really doesn't look like anything else. There is a little bit of tech, it feels like, going on there. Certainly that comes through the lettering as well, which I know is not exactly your department, but there's almost like a layered look to it at points where there's things on top of things on top of other things. What was sort of like the main thing that you were thinking about before you even sat down to approach this, to sort of develop the look of this book?
I mean, I knew I wanted it to be analog, so I wanted the whole story is about AI. Yeah. So because it's dealing with the digital and it's dealing with our interaction with it, I knew I wanted the artwork to contrast that. So I wanted it to be hand painted. So all of the artwork in it is painted traditionally and then scanned and then just digitally colored. That's why you can kind of see the paper texture and you can kind of feel the brush strokes. Yeah. And I wanted that to be a nice juxtaposition with this dialogue that we're having with the reader about AI and about the influences of it. Also, the whole story is this kind of, it's set in the real world, and it's basically set now, or in the past as we're now finding, because it's happened. So I wanted it to feel tangible, and I wanted you to kind of have that tactile quality to it. So it's something you can grit your teeth into, and especially because it's set in DC and it's dealing with themes of urban decay and this kind of chaotic life around everybody. I wanted that to come across in how it's done. That's the main thing that I wanted. I definitely wanted it to feel real and feel gritty in how it was done.
It really comes across. I mean, I love there's almost like watercolor pages. It's just such a cool tone and vibe. I also love the layout. It's so artistic forward. Did you guys fight over pages? Was it like, hey, I'm going to give you like 80 splash pages? It's really just impressive, just the way the art leads the story in this.
Well, we have a history. This is our second book, and our first book was a book, 4 years ago, with Vault Comics called Mindset, and we both fell in love with playing with form and kind of breaking layout and kind of finding innovative ways to tell stories. And so what's great now is that, starting this, we knew from the get-go that we were going to do more of that. I even have we've developed such a collaborative back and forth that rather than just go and write things and then just hand a script over, there's a lot of earlier conversations that take place where I'm talking to John and saying, okay, here's the idea behind this page. And he's saying, okay, well, here's what we can do. And he's almost informing the way I might write to the script, because it's all being set up. So it's very entrenched in making sure that John is set up to do just these amazing things with the artwork.
It's really refreshing just kind of reading it, and it's just, as someone who reads a lot of comic books, it was just such a breath of fresh air and such a fun world to jump into.
Yeah, I mean, just on that, it feels like especially the faces. We're seeing a couple of pages here if you're watching on video, but like there's a photorealistic quality to the way, the detail which the faces are drawn and painted, and that yet there's this abstraction in a lot of the backgrounds. There's like color fields and stuff that give it this, like you're talking about, matching the theme of like, this isn't happening now, but it's so close in the future you can see the faces like a dream, just not everything is as clear and sharp as reality is yet. And that's really matches.
Yeah, that's exactly my intention with it. So I really like the mixture of the realism elements and then the abstraction, because so much of what I do is emotional storytelling. So through the colors, through the mark making, and then a focus on the faces, the hands, and what the characters are feeling, or what's implied that they're feeling. And the realism comes from I cast models now. So in each of my comics now, I'll kind of find people who I'll base the characters on, and I'll shoot reference with them. So I'm slowly turning into more of a director with a lot of stuff with this.
Yeah, shouts. That's awesome.
But it means that I'll have a solid framework to then take more risks in it. So the double page spread where it's the character Will meeting his daughter on the streets on a birthday. So that was kind of two people that I thought of reference for all the characters in there, but it meant that I could have the likenesses and the expressions fairly accurate, but then do something with this spread where it's so Will's devoid of color, where everything around him is vibrant, and he's done in this almost overly rendered way, whereas his daughter and the people are in a loose, more kind of scratchy approach. So it's about having that framework, and then I can push against that, and it can still kind of exist in a way where people hopefully aren't going to pick it up and be like, what the hell is this? It's something that's hopefully interesting to a reader, but still exists within the realm of comics.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach, just to stay on that page a bit, and John, thank you for talking through this, because that's what I was going to kind of prompt you to do next anyway. From your direction, for something like this, and for anybody who's listening, just to lay it out, there's these series of panels where Will is talking to his daughter, but then it's him walking away, essentially doing the evolution of man, but also disappearing into a crowd at the same time.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Like, what is the genesis of that?
Well, I think first off, this scene is so subtextual. So John gets all the layers from us having these conversations prematurely ahead of time. So he knows that this is a moment where we're introducing a character that feels disconnected, that feels void of life, that's disillusioned and cynical, and then that gets baked into all these amazing artistic choices. It's not in the dialogue or in the panel description, it's the subtext. And so what's so great is to be able to convey that and then see all these artistic choices amplify that. Actually, interesting enough here, this dialogue as this voiceover that's talking about evolution of how we got, I think I added this after seeing John take him into the crowd in this way, and it was done in such a way that it made me think, and so I adapted it to lend itself more to kind of a metaphor for evolving or de-evolving as you just lose yourself in the crowd. So I think I had some of that dialogue, but it wasn't really framed that way. It was John's art that I wrote to for that moment.
The other thing going on here, of course, is you got these two characters who are stuck in this detective / spy / tech thriller. We talked about Will a little bit, but we have another character here who is this, not necessarily hacker, but like she's certainly knowledgeable about hacking, about cybercrime, etc. What was important to capture in her?
I think her, I pitched both of them as kind of saying, Will Bailey has worked in the FBI and law enforcement for 20 years, so he's seen it all completely decay, and this is why he's giving up. And Stevie is a young woman in her early 20s, and she is watched as a child the system decay and all our institutions decay, and that's why she's not giving up. And so they're both looking at the exact same world and the exact same problem, but she's someone that is very headstrong and determined to do whatever it takes to catch bad guys and make the world a better place. She's playing by her own set of rules. She's reckless. She's willing to use AI. She's willing to skirt the legal line. She does whatever it takes. And in some ways that's admirable. And in some ways you are worried about her, so it was a very fascinating character to develop and rather than kind of, she's the one that's tech savvy, but it's not in like she's not a hacker as much as you don't get the sense that she knows a crazy amount. There are people in the story that know more than her. She's just comfortable with using.
She's
it.
aware. Yeah.
She's aware. She grew up using computers, and so she doesn't look at computers and worry about what they're doing to our society. She sees it and says, they're here, so whatever I want to do, I might as well use it.
She has like a high score on Candy Crush, but not like on Hornet.
Right, exactly.
That's the barometer.
She's not done.
That's right.
When I was reading this first issue, I was thinking about the X-Files in a way that felt like, we don't have that really anymore. And it's something that people are rewatching so hard right now. I don't know if it's literally right this moment, but I hear so many people be like, I'm rewatching the X-Files. I'm like, that's a weird thing to dive back into. But this felt like a very, like an updated, very modern version of that, where you're flipping the dynamic a bit.
Yeah, they're two different characters. I mean, he's very rational. She's very driven by her heart. They certainly have kind of different worldviews, very different approaches. So in some ways, in the kind of the most classic packaging, it is kind of like that. And they are both taking on a case together, and they're going to have different strengths and different weaknesses. I think where else we like to point that we're kind of also taking this story into is a little True Detective, in the sense that you don't know if this pair is going to work out. Mulder and Scully come together, and you kind of feel comfortable with them very early on, and you're like, okay, they're very different, but they're going to be okay together. And these two, you don't know, and we like that. We like that uncertainty to this pairing. Like, they may get themselves into some trouble because they're a bit more unusual, but that feels more modern and more of the now, to have two characters that don't totally sync up.
I feel like I already know the answer to this based on what both of you have been saying, but given the subject matter, I'm inclined to ask, how do you feel about usage of AI in your fields?
John?
Well, I mean, you can't use it in comics, like, and that's not just my opinion. That's not just my opinion. It's like publishers will not let you use it even if you wanted to. Like, it's a contractual obligation. But aside from that, I feel like it's just not only detrimental because it all looks shit, but it's like, why would you want to take out the fun part of making art when you can just push a button and do it? That's not what it's about. It's about the process, and it's about the creation of something. And I mean, aside from all of the kind of ethical issues to do with it and everything else, it's just so fundamentally the opposite of what creativity should be, that it's just ridiculous to me. I can see why people would want to use it, because I think people struggle with, when it comes to art, trying to get that image that you have in your head on the paper. And when you're creating artwork with AI, like, that's easier to do. So I can see why they would want to do that. But it's, again, that's not creativity. That's just trying to kind of get from A to B and not enjoying the journey on the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this, this is such a good example of why you wouldn't want to use AI for this process, because we're trying to do so many things that go the way you don't think they're going to go, and come up with unique narrative approaches. And AI in its very design is an aggregator. It's looking at everything and telling you the most straight line that you could go down. So you're going to get the most familiar formulaic package sort of thing. Even if you tell AI, don't give me the most familiar formulaic package thing, it's still going to give you the most familiar, non-familiar way to go. It just doesn't know how to do left turns and to do unique things. And it's not indicative of our voice. I mean, I think people who have read, John and I both have a number of books out that we've done over the years. I think people who have read our work are going to read this and go, this is really Zack and John. Like, I can feel them, and this is what I loved about Mindset, and this is what I love about John's work and all his other books. This is what I love about Zack's voice and all of his stuff. This is a very indicatively us book. So I also don't worry so much because I can inherently see the value of what we bring when we do it ourselves, and I can see the value of readers and shops and overall the response when we do it ourselves. I don't worry about AI coming in and displacing the market in any way. I don't think that readers are going to be like, I can't wait to get B2 24/7A's new comic. It's so great. I love B2 27. Like, no, it's not really what we do. What people do is they go, oh my God, so-and-so's got a new book. I love their work. I love their voice. I connect with this. This is what I want more of. So I
found the most mediocre story with mediocre art. I love it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's right in the middle.
Yeah. One other aspect that I think you mentioned, so I feel comfortable mentioning, is the AI at the center of the book. What can you tell us about that? What can you tease about that as the series continues?
Yeah, there's an AI app, and someone's using it. Someone is using it to commit crimes. We don't really reveal too much in the first issue about it. I think one thing I will talk a little bit about. We talked a lot about early on, like whether or not we wanted to give it a face and what sort of presence we wanted to give it. And there was a moment where we were considering personifying it or giving it some sort of representation, and probably would have been a great marketing ploy. We could have gotten the bobbleheads and all that sort of stuff designed. But we ultimately felt that like it was so much scarier and more horrific for it to just exist. And it doesn't look like anything. It's just there. It's on the other side of someone's phone, and they're just using it. And it just makes it so much eerier. And I think that suspense, that eeriness, that horror of what AI represents right now, that was really important to inject into the story.
Yeah, I think when we were developing things like early on, like we did a lot of kind of sketches and we had conversations about what the AI would look like. But I think it is the best creative decision we made behind the scenes was to not show what it was, because I think the whole story is so real that would have just removed it from that reality. It would have made given this unseen thing a face. And it's like all of the best horror is what you can't see. And it's up to you to kind of fill it in. And I think that's the true horror of this, is it's the reality of it, and it affects each of us, and it is something that is very much an unseen element.
I mean, the other thing that was really horrific about this that we tried to inject into the story in the best of ways is the inevitability of AI in our lives. We used inevitability as a theme. We even created an entire visual device around inevitability. There are these panels that pop up through the story that are showing you ahead what is to come, as almost if you're seeing the future that's unfolding, because everything is inevitable. And this is a horror that the characters don't get to escape. This is a horror that is just forever present, and this is a question of how do we deal with it, not how do we vanquish it. So we dove really deep into our thoughts about AI and how to represent those things visually, and how to I guess provoke readers with that, and say to readers, what do you guys think about this thing that's not going away, that's really scary and is really here and doesn't have a face? So
well, I think you did a great job putting all of it together.
Yeah,
Before we start to wrap up here, though, I know you both have lots of other projects. Is there anything else you want to plug other than this book that people should be checking out? John?
So last week I had another series come out, issue 1. It's called The Patron. It's on Ignition Press, written by Christian Ward. It's about an art dealer who puts on gallery shows for his artists and then brutally murders them, so the price of their artwork goes up. So that's also a 5-issue miniseries, and that came out last week. This comes out tomorrow. Great. Yeah, I've been a busy boy.
And Zach, what about you?
Only the Savage is my Monster Apocalypse book. I talked to you guys about that back when we were just prior to FOC. So we've had the first 2 issues come out. It's been a huge success. It's Dark Horse's best-selling book this year. Yeah, it's been really rave reviews, awesome. And I'm excited to follow it up with the Smart Division. But it's been another book that's been near and dear to my heart in a very different way. I mean, these books couldn't be more different in kind of their approaches. One's a very kind of big action adventure, and Smart Division is a really kind of more grounded, intense detective mystery. But they're both kind of examining the world going mad right now, and what are we supposed to do about that? So I feel like they both feel very where I'm feeling in this moment in time, and kind of going like, hey, the world's gone mad, right? Anyone else see this? What's the deal with the world? So definitely that. And then so Only the Savage Left will have another issue come out in next month, and then I have the third and final season of Kill All Immortals. Kill All Immortals 3 will be coming out this October dropping right when New York Comic Con hits, and really excited. The second trade is coming out in September, and so then I'll have the third arc start right then. I also have Masterminds coming out as a graphic novel in October as well. So a busy next few months.
That's awesome.
But yeah, definitely. If anyone's read any of my work, whether it's Masterminds, Only the Savage, or Kill Immortals, definitely check out the Smart Division tomorrow. It will not disappoint. We're both really proud of this book.
Awesome. Well, like we said,
really cool.
The book is great. Everybody should check it out. Sounds like there's lots of stuff coming out from the Zack Pack. We're looking forward to all of it and more. To
get
come.
that ZP branding on
John,
these
you have
books.
something that you haven't announced, right, for New York Comic or something around coming up?
Yes.
Maybe. Maybe.
And
I love when the guest asks the hard
Yes.
question of the guest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Secret
there
more
is
serious
something
stuff.
else coming.
We both got a lot of stuff coming out, which is awesome. So it's a good problems to have. So
Yeah. Well, cool. We'll have to have you both back on. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Have a lovely night.
Take care.
Thank
Great
you.
work.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, there we go. Once again, that's Zack Kaplan and John Pearson. The name of the book is The Smart Division, and it is out tomorrow from Dark Horse. So head right to your comic book shop and pick it up because it's awesome.
It's really amazing.
Very good. Really enjoyed it.
And folks, we're going to move with our next section, which is my favorite section because you all make it up. It is your audience questions. And for audience questions, all you got to do is drop a question in the comments and we will get to it. And oh no, I forgot something actually. I forgot to say that Brett Macris made a drink this week as well.
Stray Bullies.
I totally blanked on that.
Oh,
But let me
no.
bring it up now just so we can talk about it. I'm sorry to Brett that I didn't do this in front of the guests. But the drink this
You'll
week...
still send it to him, right?
Yes, I will still send it to them. That's not it. There we go. He created this comic
Oh,
book. I'm
wow.
kidding.
Nice.
No, the name of the
Branch out.
drink is No AI was used in the making of this cocktail, and it's still perfect. It's bourbon, coffee liqueur, Angostura orange bitters, orange simple syrup, saline solution, and an orange rind.
Wait,
I
what?
love it. Salty.
Yeah, there you go.
Saline solution. You should be drinking that. You put your contacts in that, right?
You can put
That's the
your contacts in
ocean.
this cocktail. It's fine.
Oh, man.
I love dropping my contacts in a cocktail.
Yes.
Oh,
So he made this cocktail that embodies all the good things a futuristic sci-fi detective story needs: bourbon and coffee, and of course, saline solution for your contacts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds great. Love it. Definitely better than what AI would come up with. Am I right, you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
What are
Stray
you guys
Bullies is
drinking?
an
though?
actual person.
Yes. What are you guys drinking, Justin?
I've got a Paloma with a red wine floater. I'm in
Red wine
on
floater? I'm
vacation.
sorry?
in Black line, little red wine on top. Give it a little bitter hit.
Yeah, real quick. What did you
Wow.
think he meant?
I thought maybe it was like a shot floating inside of it that had wine in it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, yes, but without the glass, so you don't chip your teeth.
Sweet.
Are you doing a lot of home floaters in your drinks?
Oh, always floating, man. Floating's the best
Yeah.
thing to
What
do.
is it? You're doing a lot of cement mixers at home and stuff?
Sure.
Cement mixer. That's
Yeah, I love. Wow, Alex with a very frat guy answer here.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
cement
Those things are disgusting. I don't know if you ever tried to drink one of those.
I
Prank
have not
shot.
tried.
Yeah.
tried
It's a
prank
cement
shot.
mixer. What are you drinking, Pete?
I'm drinking the rest of this New Trail. That's kind of a little hazy IPA.
Can I ask a question? Not to put you on a shot. Do you have one beer a week now, or do you just save this for the show?
Yeah, I usually drink vodka. So for the show, I drink beer.
No, interesting. Okay, cool.
It's nice.
It
You
was
gotta
just
keep your head
lasting
on
a while,
straight.
so I was
That's what you're
curious. Yeah.
saying.
Yes.
Pete's trying to be as straight-laced as possible for all of our important conversations here.
Here we go. Oh, this is a great question to start off with. This is from Nothing Here. A couple of weeks ago, you reviewed a Wolfman book. Pete and Justin listed their fave basketball passes, chest and bounce. Alex did not get a chance to say his. Please, what is Alex's fave basketball pass?
Alex, throw out your just name any. How about
Name
basketball
any?
pass?
Well, my favorite is probably Hall Pass, I think. That's my favorite basketball
Oh man.
pass.
You like when people cheat on their spouses with somebody that
With a
is-
celebrity, yeah. For
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
That's in the middle of the basketball game. You get to do that. Like if you're in a basketball game, like
That's
you're in
what
the Knicks,
timeouts are for.
100%. You see
Yeah.
Timmy
That's
Chalamet
what
on
you
the
do
side, you're
on
like,
timeout.
it's go time.
You're like, hey, Timmy, guess what? You're my
Yeah, when a
hallback.
player goes back to the locker room, they're having sex with a celebrity.
Guess what? Oh, wow. What a fun surprise. Thank you for letting me know. All right. This is from Justin. Why can I not get this? Justin Suka. Sorry about that. Has it ever been addressed that when Alex had his facial hair, he was a spitting image of DWJ? Really? Did I look like Daniel Warren Johnson?
No.
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 I don't.
Daniel Warren
I don't think
Johnson
so.
is taller. There's yeah.
Yeah, more talented, et cetera, et cetera.
Et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Et cetera, et cetera.
This is from Scheuchler. What are your favorite non-alcoholic beverages? Great question. Actually, I have a quick
Great
question
question.
first, just to kind of like focus
Hang
it
on.
up.
I got to walk past an advertisement for Bureau before I can answer this.
Oh, yeah, Tom Holland's heavily featured in Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Brand New
exactly.
Day.
We had to stop the movie for an ad.
We did. I will mention on Marvel Vision, we did a well over an hour talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, so you can go check that out on the Marvel Vision feeds. Also,
You got fired up about that.
we all got
We got
fired up.
into it.
We've also got a very robust chat going in our Spider-Man Brand New Day spoilers chat, our thread on our Discord. So if you're in our Patreon, definitely head over there. Bit of fun times, some really fun opinions so far. Yes, Pete.
I've been reading a lot of the comments, and people wanted me to be upset at you, and I agree. It was bullshit. Your impression of me. It was
Hold
just
on, you're jumping
so-
ahead. You're jumping
so-
ahead.
it
No,
hurt my heart.
that was a perfect segment in our show. And honestly, we should do that more often. It's perfect.
Yes, just for context there, if anybody didn't check out our Marvel Vision podcast, at the top of the review of Spider-Man Brand New Day, I gave my impression of what I thought Pete was going to think while Pete had his headphones off. Then I took my headphones off and Pete did his impression of what he thinks my impression of him was. And he was right.
Did you go back
I
and listen to it?
I did
It's
listen
perfect.
to it.
It's amazing how perfect it is.
It's
It's almost word for word.
heartbreaking. Your impression of me, man. I was upset. I was.
And how's that heartbreaking? You knew it was he was said. You did it back to him with his
I'm
headphones.
talking
It
about
was
his
perfect.
impression of me. Was this of an ogre type character who's like, you know what I mean?
I have horrible news for you, Pete. I have horrible news.
Okay, favorite non-alcoholic beverages. What I actually wanted to ask you guys is, so I don't drink anymore. However, in my neighborhood, there are like 3 or 4 different non-alcoholic beverage stores where they have non-alcoholic liquor and beer and whatever
Yeah.
else. I always am like, I don't know if I want that. That feels like you're selling me cans of juice, and that's pretty much it. Have you guys
wrong with
had
juice?
any of these? Are they any good, if so?
Phony Negroni is excellent.
Oh, okay.
That definitely. I mean, I agree with you though. Like, if I'm gonna have a NA beverage, I'll make something with components I have. I don't need to have a cocktail that is NA. But I will say, Phony Negroni is a good one.
Okay, good to know.
I sometimes mix myself a drink and don't put the vodka in there. Not all the time.
So it's just
but,
soda water then? It's
no,
just soda?
It's I'll put a little soda water, a little mango juice in there. You know what I mean? I mix
Flavored seltzer. You make yourself a flavored
I
seltzer.
make myself a little something.
Just to be clear, it sounds like Pete and I exclusively drink alcohol, but like no, during the day I drink regular things. Only when I'm doing out. I'm on vacation right now, so it's definitely cocktail time.
Yeah. I mean, I mainly drink water and coffee, and sometimes for a little treat, I'll have a Coca-Cola, and that's pretty much it.
What about like a A&W or something like that? You don't enjoy like
Sure.
a-
I mean, I don't pick it up, but I would certainly drink an A&W if it was in front of me.
especially
Favorite things
frosted
though, grapefruit soda, like grapefruit Doritos, excellent. Any of those,
dude.
like,
Have you ever had
Doritos,
Ting,
bro.
citrus frost.
Ting from Jamaica?
I love Ting. I live in the Caribbean side of Crown Heights, so
You ever had Tang?
Yes, sometimes I mix Ting and Tang for Ting Tang.
Oh wow!
I say it's Ting Tang time. It's Ting
Yeah,
Tang
it's Ting
time.
Tang Twins. Ting Tang Twins are my favorite musical group.
Oh boy!
All right. We've got another one here from Brandon Holder. Why have Alex and Pete replaced Justin with Robo Justin? I think that was you were breaking up a little bit. That was probably what was happening.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, I am a
freezing.
robot, though.
What? This whole time?
I've been a
Come
robot
on.
for I was a much clunkier robot, and then I've been slowly
Wait. So
improved
you
by my
grew in
scientist.
patchy hair as a robot? That seems like extra work.
It is extra work. That's called simulating reality. Because if it was a perfect beard, that'd be too obvious.
Oh.
But this, no one suspects,
Yeah.
except for Brandon Holder.
I just want to say I'm going to skip by this Mets question from Nat because we're not a sports show. I'm sorry. But he does have a comic book question. Is the MCU back, or is it just that Cretton is a good director? We talked about this for quite a bit on the Marvel Vision Brand New Day podcast. I have seen quite a bit. Okay, actually not quite a bit. I'll mention two specific things. There's a Empire article that went up that was like, Marvel's back, baby. Here we go. Woo! Everything's great again. And I read the article, and it's a fine article, but also the article was like, all the movies last year were also really good, and now these movies look good as well. And I was like, I don't know if it's back so much as you love Marvel, buddy. And then on the other end of the spectrum, I had an article that was picked up by IGN that was basically a longer version of the rant I went out on the Marvel Vision podcast about how this is the end of Marvel as we know it. And this is the second most comments I've ever gotten on an IGN article. The number one, I was surprised to find out, is can Bucky be a congressman, even though he's 110 years old? And I was like, I don't know why there are 400 something comments on this. I'm not going to check, but there you go. But
Great.
my point being, like, obviously it's a very small sample size, but clearly, like, this is the conversation that's going on right now. It's going to keep going on. I certainly felt on the side of, like, no, Cretton is a good director. People love Spider-Man. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. And Marvel still needs to prove itself. But you guys kind of disagreed, right? Stop changing it in the middle of the question, Pete.
I mean, I would be curious if people
like doing
would
a show
ever
with a
highlight.
Anyway.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Again, I got bad news for you, Alex. Sorry, I have bad news for you, Alex. It's true. He's an ogre gremlin, and he's always.
Do you call me a gremlin, like from Looney Tunes? They're like taking apart the plane as it's flying, type of thing.
I was referring to the Gremlins from the movie Gremlins, but that works as well, for sure.
All right.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
We did feed Pete after midnight, and we paid the price for that. What I was going to say is I feel like a lot of people wouldn't highlight the direction of the Spider-Man movie. So, like, that's not to say he's not a good Dustin Daniel Cretton is not a good director, but it's interesting. It is more the character, the actors. I think is more of a highlightable thing. That's what people are coming for, and they've been able to maintain the consistency of these movies through. If you count the animated movies, like 11 movies, right? And they're wildly different, yet people, except for Amazing Spider-Man #2, will keep coming out for these movies no matter what, it seems. Right?
Sorry, I went into robot mode, so I thought we should put up the robot Justin again.
Yes, please stop doing
Really good.
it. Pete, do you have any opinions on this, or do you want to just keep clicking other things?
I like clicking other things. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an opinion on this.
Great.
You guys are doing great.
Okay, thank you. This is from Brandon Holder. What T-shirts are everyone wearing today? Did everyone plan to wear matching black T-shirts? Yes. First of all, we have a text chain where we talk about our outfits before every show.
We should start doing that. That'd be fun.
Yes. What do you got? You rest in pieces, Justin?
This
It's
is
a
Rest
Lego.
in Pieces. This is a
Lego
store
reference.
we shot at when I was doing the travel show, 101 Place to Party Before You Die.
Oh, fun.
A store in Richmond, Virginia, where they have a bunch of like taxidermied animals and a bunch of other like interesting, weird things.
I remember that episode.
Check it out; it's a cool spot. Yeah.
And Pete,
He
you're
was-
wearing a Wolverine shirt.
That's right. Jim
Yes.
Lee Wolverine.
And we've got Watchmen Watch.
Hey, remember Watchmen Watch?
Good
Great podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Justin, great job on that show, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Really good. Wow,
And we got
great.
one more
Thank you.
here. This is a good MCU one. Do you think we'll ever get more of the teased end credit stuff from the MCU? Black Knight, more Pip the Troll? Or do you think these are dead and gone forever post Kang? And there are like, I did a list at one point that I posted on our website where there were like I want to say conservatively 17, but I think it was 20 something end credit scenes that have never been followed up on in any way after the end of the MCU. And it's not like, I'm not talking about things like an ad to drumming at the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm talking like, oh my God, what is it? Baron Mordo saying no more sorcerers at the end of Doctor Strange that they have not followed up on since the first Doctor Strange movie. They also haven't followed up on the stuff from the second Doctor Strange movie with Clea or anything like that.
Hercules was
what do you think?
revealed.
Are they just going to like, yeah, Hercules, absolutely. Do you think they're just going to scrap all of that and move on? Or do you think they're actually, is there any that they're going to loop back to?
No.
Let's hope so.
Those were dead the instant they aired. I don't think there was ever a plan to loop back to any of them. Maybe the Black Knight was one that was had a little bit more potential juice just because of the actor. But like, I don't know. I just feel like they were all just like, let's see if any of these hit and then we'll reevaluate. And meanwhile, there was a large hole in the bottom of their boat that started to take precedence.
Well, the thing about the Black Knight one was that was also Blade, and Blade is pretty much officially dead at this point. Mahershala Ali came out and was like, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but he gave an interview where he's like, I've moved on. I'm done. I can't. They clearly didn't want to get this done, so I'm going to go do other things, and I'm done with this project, which is...
That's insane. One of the most tragic parts of this whole thing. It's crazy that they...
Wesley Snipes called it, man. He was like, I'm the only one. It's just going to be me.
You think Snipes did it? He got sniped?
Yeah, he got sniped.
I think, I don't know. I don't have anything offhand. I feel like there's a chance we could get one of them in some way coming back that they're like, oh, organically this makes sense for Doomsday or Secret Wars or something. I don't know.
Name.
Clea.
They're not even featuring any of the characters from TV. You think they're going to go hard to risk something on a post-credit?
Yeah, we're going to find out where the Hood went and where that magic school is. They're going to follow up on that one. No, I mean, I think most of these are dead, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer they approached it that way. And that is it for your audience questions.
Harry Styles still holding out for that MCU drop. It's coming.
He hasn't taken off the costume since, I believe. All right, and that's why Olivia Wilde broke up with him. Why don't we move on to our next section, which is trivia, and for that we're going to turn it over to Pete LePage.
All right, this is the part we give back to you, the lovely audience. It's an opportunity to win $25 free to Midtown Comics online, because if you had $25, you probably want to go to a comic book shop. All we need is a first hand up, pick me, and you will be entered for a chance to win. No, you're probably going to win it.
Yes. You may or may not get this. I don't want to make any guarantees here.
It's a real sweepstakes.
Yes. Ooh, we got
Brandon Holder coming in hot.
In hot. Brandon Holder participating today. I love it.
All right,
here we go. Today's trivia is about the comic Chachu and a small nod to the legend James Handy. R.I.P. Loved you in Arachnophobia, Jumanji, and Top Gun Maverick. All right, here we go.
Spoiling your thing, aren't you?
Well, you got to wait for it. Maybe I'm not. Here we go. Question number 1. What does Chachu mean in this so far amazing comic book? Is it A, uncle, B, you got to be a big fan of Tim Seeley, C, Tim Neely?
I don't know if your name rhyming makes you a big fan.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you're Tim Neely, you know who Tim Seeley is.
Do you think Pete LeCage knows who you are?
Or Sweet LePage, your cousin, who's really nice.
You're talking about Tim
Sweet
Seeley,
LePage,
who's ways up here. I mean, I'm not just...
Let's go with A.
It's great.
Let's go with A. We keep getting Pete LePage, but I want more Sweet LePage.
Yeah, I think everybody wants more of that. All right, question number 2. Who is the main character in this so far gloriously looking comic book, Chachu? Is it A, Layla, a 19-year-old Pakistani Canadian girl? B, bad news is we're looking for your brother, Big Ron. C, Tiny Ron.
By the way, I just want to say I love that trivia has now become 2 nonsense answers and 1 question that nobody can answer because they haven't read the comic book yet. It's pretty great.
Because it comes out tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but if you read the solicits, you know this information because I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just getting it from the solicits.
All right.
Chachu.
Chachu.
A, final answer.
A is correct. Well done. Here we go. Last.
Can we get a phone a friend out here? From
I don't think he needs it. So far, he's killing
phone
it.
and text an enemy.
Who does the coloring for this so far cool as shit looking comic, Chachu? Hint: she also worked on Absolute Wonder Woman. Is it A, Jordi Belair? B, you gotta be freaking kidding me, Will what the hell? Or C, Willem Frick?
I sort of get that one.
Good.
Here's the thing. I bet we could really get a map of Pete's mind. I think Pete is fully a.
We could
make a
do the
full
thing. Like,
AI.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody. We could do the thing that Metzger does in Spider-Man: Brand New Day with Pete.
Yes,
Force and
we're
jump.
very close. Unless he evolves.
Yes.
I'm going with A. Correct. Well done, sir.
All right,
Brandon,
there we go.
you killed it.
Congratulations. You are going to get a gift card from Midtown Comics. Shoot us an email, and we will get that off to you. Pete, what movie are you referencing?
Of course, Justin can guess this one. It's the 1991 award-winning movie, The Rocketeer.
Ugh, one of my absolute faves.
There you go.
Great
have to watch
movie, and also a great comic book. And as it turns out, new comic books are coming out tomorrow. What are you guys looking forward to? That's
Oh
coming
my
to stores?
gosh, that's amazing. I'm looking forward to the Dead Man #3. I mean, the team on this is unbelievable.
Wow.
The art is just. I know it's going to be great. I haven't read it yet, but man, I know it's going to be great. Of course, Chachu #1.
Well, that's of course the team from Ice Cream Man as well. We should say.
Yeah. Give that a shout out. That's a good point. Chachu #1, great team. Art is sick.
Wait, before you move on with that, that's written by Iman Vellani, who we interviewed a while back about this book. So if you want to hear a chat about the book, go back into the podcast archive. We had a nice half-hour chat with her. Very pleasant, very
cool.
nice. Really, really interesting to hear her talk about how she is transitioning her career from just being Miss Marvel on screen to making it something bigger and more herself. So it's cool.
Also, she was talking to us from her childhood bedroom, so it was super cool.
It was super cool. What else? Justin, anything?
Oh, wait, I had one more.
Oh, yes.
Fort Psycho #1. It just...
Wow, Pete taking my answers.
You know, I love Pillow Forts. I don't know what this is about, but the team on this looks ridiculous. Sorry to get in your head, Robot Justin.
That's a Matt Kint book, which I'm very excited for that. We talked to him many times about this book and others. Also looking forward to Uncanny X-Men #33. I feel like Gail Simone has been doing some real magic in this book. Loving everything that's been happening. I think this issue is a kickoff of a new arc focusing on Gambit, everybody's favorite character right now for some reason. Also excited to check out Fantastic Four #15. I feel like Ryan North has been absolutely destroying these books lately. Standalone stories that have just climbed up to the top of my stack as something I'm excited about and just ready to be to have my mind expanded, to learn something, to have a heartfelt moment. He's really bringing it all. He's packaged it all into these books.
Wow.
I'll just add on one more to that. Neighborhood Watch #4 from Boom Studios. Really fun mystery series from Sarah Gallian Hanning that I've really been enjoying month after month. Takes place with 2 different communities. One is sort of like a grungy vegan community. The other is a rich cul-de-sac. There's a murder that happens. They're connected in some
Party at the
ways.
sack.
There's twists and turns. Very, very fun.
That's what they say.
And all of those books and many more are going to be in our Stack podcast that comes out Wednesday, 9 a.m. in the Stack feed and in the Comic Book Club feed. But before we go today,
That's right,
as promised,
Alex.
we are going
Don't
to give a little
forget.
tribute to our Patreon supporters at the $5 and up level. We do a little thank you by reading their name once a month. So let's get into it, kicking it off with Aaron C. Hollis,
Adam DeRose.
Adam Hinson,
Adam Marks,
Adriel Moreland.
Andrew Primo,
Andrew Tillman,
Astravarius.
Bad Guys.
Beer Cat PhD.
Bradley Hansen.
Brandon Holder shouts trivia winner today.
Hey!
Brett Gowlett.
Brian.
Cameron Schrader, maybe trivia winner next week. Let's try it.
Carrie Matthews.
Chad Brickett.
Charles Pepper.
Ooh, put a little pepper on it. Chen Smale.
Christina Rensfield.
Chris Terlizzi.
Clemens Luer.
Corey Shisher.
And of course, Corey.
And of course, Corey Smoker.
Dakota Gade.
Dan Snow.
Daniel Cabral.
Danny Heck.
David McKay.
Dennis Scott.
Derek Mainhart.
Doug Sataway.
Doug W.
Dylan L.J.
Eduardo Martinez.
Emmett M.
Enrique Chooms.
Francis Hollenkamp.
Gary Rom. Love your comic.
Gerard de Villiers.
Brand new one here, Heavy Shell TV.
Yeah.
Ian Rainey.
JG.
Jake Fry.
James Connolly.
Jared Sloan.
Jaron Townsend.
Jason Donahue.
Jeffrey Whaley.
Joe McKenzie.
Joey Esposito.
John Hernandez.
John Manuel. Interesting.
That was Henderson.
Maybe we should actually take that one again, probably.
John Henderson.
Yeah, that's what I
Jonathan Jong.
Josh.
Josh Wright.
Kelby.
Garrett.
Well-
Kevin Kleinrock.
Well, we've lost Pete fully. Kieran Broderick.
K-Joy.
Lance Kaminsky.
Lee Hunt.
Lawana Thomas.
Lucas Inc.
Mark Dispensa.
I get all of my soap out of Dispensa. Mark Carrillo.
Oh, boy. Matt Tice.
So nice, Matt Tice. Matthew Schofield.
Matthew Taylor.
Max Baker.
Michael McKelliff.
Michael Tillman.
Nathan M. Hall.
Nicholas Schuyler.
Nick G.
Nick Grayson.
Official CBC chef
Stray
Brett
Bullies.
Macris shouts.
Oren Dix.
Orlando.
Oidis Larson.
Pedro A. Rangel.
Provocative Ambulance.
Ooh, very sexual read of that. Rev Mikey.
Robert Patinato.
Roxanne Tyler.
Careful, Pete, how you read that name. Russ Burlingame and ECV Analog.
Sam Lim.
Sarah Schottenmuller.
Sounter.
Scott Carpenter.
Scott England.
Stanley.
Steve Hungsberg.
Super Sweet Shirt Company.
Taylor Bryan.
The Big Flood.
The 12 Bench.
Tom.
Travis.
Troy Melignop.
2-month review.
Victor Perez.
Will Buchanan.
Will Diaz.
William Leach.
Zachary Bachman.
And Zachary M. Kopke.
Thank you, everybody who pledges us at patreon.com/comicbookclub.
Appreciate
we
it.
would not be able to do the show without you. If you would like to join, you get access to our exclusive Discord, also our back catalog of podcasts going all the way back to 2011, plus many other fun bonuses and surprises, as well as you could join us in our Comic Book Club book club that we do semi-monthly.
Yes.
We were having some voting on that now. I believe, I haven't quite checked, so I don't want to guarantee this, but I think we're going to be talking about X-Men God Loves Mad Kills next, probably sometime later this month. So if you want to join in that, come on over to the Patreon, everybody.
Come on over.
Come on down.
Hoop.
And folks, that is it for this week's show. Hold on, hold your horses. This week's show. There we go. Thank you, Zack Kaplan and John Pearson, for coming on to talk about Dark Horse's The Smart Division, out tomorrow. Definitely pick it up. Next week on the show, Wes Craig is going to be here to talk about DC's Superman the Stranger, his new Black Label series that looks awesome. So very excited to talk about that. Comic Book Club News, our daily news podcast coming out Monday through Friday, every day of the week. As mentioned earlier, Marvel Vision, our Marvel podcast. We talked about Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're also recapping episodes of X-Men 97 on a weekly basis. Patreon.com/Comic Book Club to support this show and all the shows we do. You can subscribe on Apple, Android, Spotify, or the app of your choice. Comic Book Club on Blue Sky. Comic Book Club Live on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. ComicBookClubLive.com for this podcast and many more. Until next time, we'll see you at the Comic Book Club.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Sorry, Stray, for not doing your thing earlier.
Comic book club, comic book club. They sit on crappy couches and they let the secrets leak. And occasionally they'll let their special guest speak. So grab your written hammer, don't be late for it, 'cause their girlfriends can barely tolerate it. Comic book club, comic book club, comic book club, comic book
Kimmy Gatewood.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Take care.
Good night.